Is it visible window? Sahadev?
Yes,
PPT?
sir.
Huh?
It's visible, sir.
Okay, right. Video, audio, both are comfortable?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So still some people are sleeping, it seems. So they will join, I hope. We'll start. Shall I take attendance now or last?
In last, sir.
Last we'll take. Okay, no problem. What, ready? Ajay?
Yes, sir.
By what time you got up today?
6 o'clock, sir.
Very good. So, what you did?
Went to play and now only coming back, sir.
Okay. So actually, early morning we have to get up. Then only our health also will be good. So who else?
Divyesh, sir.
Huh?
Divyesh.
Divyash. Where his name is not visible only.
Is there, sir.
Ah.
Good morning,
Yes,
sir.
yes. Hello. How are you?
I'm fine. What about you, sir? How are
I'm
you
fine.
doing, sir?
I'm fine. What Harini? 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 Somewhere I have seen. Okay. So we'll start and we'll discuss.
Sir,
How are you? Harini? Okay. Right. We will start.
hello.
Last class, we have seen usability goals measures. So in this 5 points we have discussed: time of learn, speed of performance, rate of errors by the users, retention over a time, subject to satisfaction. This is what we have discussed. So anything usability goals measures is nothing but, so you should have the goals, what you are doing, what type of business you are doing. So when you are doing business, you have to maintain your staff, all these things, and other end also should be maintained properly. So that's what the user UID, principles of user interface design. So first unit almost again same example, same only repetition will come. So time to learn is nothing but how long does it work the typical members of the community to learn the relevant task. So here is time to learn is nothing but whenever you are getting the new project, it is their time to learn the new technology or new tools or whatever it may be. So speed of performance is nothing but how long does it work perform the relevant benchmarks. So you have the benchmarks. So performance is nothing but here is, so once if they're given the deadlines, you have to meet the deadlines. So a rate of errors by the users is nothing but errors also we have to rectify it within that speed of the benchmarks. So how many and what kind of errors are made during the benchmark task. So once it is completed, you have to check it out. Any errors are there, you need to rectify the errors. Next is retention over the time. So retention is also important. Retention is nothing but till complete that particular project to better not to change. So better not to change. So that what will happen? Way of understanding all these things. So here also same thing. Once it is assigned to one person, one subject, till end of the semester is one person only. So till for that students till completion, one teacher only will be there. So otherwise, what will happen? Adjust to the students also bit difficult, for teachers also difficult. Link will be bit difficult. So after completion of the 50%, if it is a programming, so link up to link list data structures, if you take up to link data structures 1%, link list 1%, afterwards 1% is bit difficult. So link will not be there. So that is what the next, subjective satisfaction. Allow the user's feedback via interlinks, interviews. So this is nothing but to improve the what type of any errors went, that one to be rectified purpose. So we need to take the feedback. So always any work whatever you are doing, we have to take the feedback. So once you take feedback, you can be able to rectify wherever went wrong. So these were the usability goals measures. So next usability goals measures is introduction. You have the trade-off is nothing but whenever you are doing the business, you will be having the challenges. All these things you need to address. So trade-off to design the options frequently occur. Changes to the interface in a new version may create the consistency problems with the previous versions, but the changes may improve the interface in the other ways to introduce newly functionality. So that means what, whenever you are designing the new versions, so already you will be having the idea what you have done the older versions, any mistakes or previous experience, you can utilize it, you can be able to rectify the errors and you can go ahead according to the new project. So next one is design the alternatives can be evaluated by designers and users via mockups or high fidelity prototypes. So here is nothing but you can evaluations, you can be finding alternatives also. If you are able to find the new things and easy one or better performance, you can be able to take that and you can go ahead. So what will happen is when you are doing the work, then we'll be learning the new things to adopt that particular one. So this is also same thing. So design the alternatives can be evaluated designers and users via markups or high fidelity prototypes. The next, this is nothing but the basic trade-offs of getting the feedback early and perhaps less expensively in the development process versus having the more authentic interface evaluated. So when you are using this, what they are saying is you take the feedback. Suppose if it is, so here example, if you take teachers, so every semester they will be taking 2 to 3. Early first also they will be taking any inputs if you are having any problems. So every teachers they can be able to rectify their errors. So that means what? So is to understand the students whatever it is required, teacher has to change the mode. So sometimes problematic. So now online we cannot do anything. If it is offline means programming means better blackboard only is important. So what happened there? Every statement when we are writing the programming, we can write it. How you got the statement from the previous, how you got it. So like this we can write the programming, but here is everything we are displaying, we are explaining. So maybe a bit difficult to follow. Suppose if you are writing parallelly, if you are using Blackboard, it is easy. So that's what one subject, one way. So here also the same thing. So here what they are telling is you have to take the feedback, whatever you are implemented, give it to them and try to use it and take the feedback, then implement it. That is what the UID backside. So next one is goals for the requirement analysis. So you have the, what is the goals for the requirement analysis is nothing but this 4, you have to write it in the examination also, goals for the requirement. So ascertain the users needs. What the ascertain the users of the needs. Second one is ensure the proper reliability. Third one is promote appropriate standardization, integration, consistency, and probability. Fourth one is complete the project on schedule and within the budget. This is what's the goals for requirement analysis. So almost a bit similar concepts only will be repeating in this unit also. So we have to bear for that. That's it. So ascertain the user's needs. What are all the ascertain the user needs? Ensure the proper reliability. promote appropriate standardization, integration, consistency, and probability. Fourth one is complete projects on schedule and within the budget. Now we'll see one by one how it will be working this one. So these were the just goals for the requirements. So that's what we have discussed it. So we have consolidated for that one. So we need to identify the what are the users identification, users need for that particular project. You need to identify first itself. Already you have learned software engineering also. The similar fashion only here also we have to do it. So next is reliability. This is already we have discussed what is the reliability is required. Next is how you will be integrating and portability, consistency. This already we have discussed yesterday. So next is complete the projects on schedule time. That 5 points whatever we have discussed, that are only briefly here. So next one is usability motivations. Usability motivations is nothing but many interfaces are poorly designed, and this is true across the domains. What is the usability motivations? So usability motivations is nothing but life critical systems, industrial and commercial systems. Third one is home and entertainment applications. Next one is exploratory, creative, and collaborative systems, socio-technical systems. These are all the 5 things, usability motivations. So usability is motivation to do the UIDs. So let us see this one, life critical systems. So life critical systems is nothing but, so for example, let us say that whenever you are developing any new project, so the intention is life critical systems is nothing but whenever you are developing the systems, so what is the outcome in the society when you are utilizing? So when it is goes something wrong, what is the other availabilities? For example, if you see gas, so still they have taken the precautions whatever you are using. So government they are given the gas, but still some cases it is happening, one or two. What type of precautions you are taking? So for that they are giving gate wall something, they are switching off, but still it is there. So all these things you need to take the life critical systems into the consideration. So you have to assume that, and it should go properly the day. So that is all for whatever it is required for the precautions you need to give it. That is what the critical systems. Even you take any vehicle also. So vehicle also it is running, but sometimes if it is goes also, the human errors to be minimized such a way that you have to take care. So you take car or bus or flight or whatever it may be, train or whatever it may be. So all these things you have to take the life critical systems into the consideration. That's what here. With respect to one example, any examples you can take and you can write it the life critical system. That's what I have told you, the best examples whatever we are seeing in our day-to-day life. So now you see here what they have given in the textbook also. Let us discuss. Are you getting what I'm saying? Ajay, are you getting what I'm saying?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So actually we have to take our own examples and we have to write it here. So first one here, let us see what they have given is air traffic control, nuclear reactors, power utilities, police and fire dispatch systems, medical equipments. So all these things critical equipment. So medical equipments, now best example you can say COVID pandemic, COVID. So that medicines, how the scientist people are struggling. Even once if they find also, directly they cannot apply to humans. So because they have to find out any side effects or any other problems of getting all these things, they have to identify that. So they will be applying for other ways and then they have to bring back to the humans. So that is what they have to do it. Here also this is what the best examples, traffic control. So if something goes wrong, what will happen traffic? So nuclear reactors. So nuclear reactors gone, we have seen many examples. So history they might have given, they have given already. Power utilities, there also problems are there, but they are still, we have to how to utilize that one. That's what they have to say. That means what they have to give, they should educate the people how to utilize, what precautions to be taken, all these things to be given. first itself. Now you power, so transformer they have given it. So this much power, please don't touch it. Some red symbol, all these things. So they should give it. They have to give the precautions. That is what the right critical systems here. So with respect to our systems also, we need to take care. Any product, whenever you are doing this, life critical systems also should be analyzed. So when we are in the society, so for humans should not be disturbed whatever you are developing your project. That is what the intention here. Is it clear? Harini? Not responding? Harini?
Hello, sir.
ಯಾಕಮ್ಮ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? Why you are not talking?
Sir, ಅದು ನೆಟ್ವರ್ಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
Okay. Right. No problem. So next one is high cost, reliability, and effectiveness are expected. So all these things you need to take care. So high cost, reliability, and cost effective. So all these things when you are doing any business, you need to take it. So reliability also important. So when they are developing the systems, one person, you have seen many systems, assemble systems, HP systems, or Dell systems, all these things, right? Expenditure also they should expect that one, how much it will be coming, that one, whether it will be sustainable in the society or not. All these things they have to take care. So you need to analyze the product when you are doing all these things. Next is lengthy training periods are acceptable despite the financial cost to provide errors-free performance and avoid the low cost, low frequency but high cost errors. So this was the another example. So next one is subject satisfaction is less an issue due to as well as motivated users. So these are the you need to take care when you are developing the any products. So life critical systems is nothing but, so once your life critical systems is nothing but when you are in the society, you need to take care all those things. With respect to social responsibilities you should have, and you need to take care the cost, reliabilities, all these things, and others. So humans should be acceptable, that one, whatever you are doing, all these things to be taken care. So and subject to satisfaction also to be required. That is what the life critical systems. So you need to remember the critical systems. You take examples and you have to write it. These were the textbook example, and this is what you have to write it. So life critical systems headings are important in the examination. Main headings you need to remember that one. Main headings if you remember, then you can be able to write it the inside this one. Second one, industrial and commercial uses. So industrial and commercial uses, second one. So industrial and commercial users is nothing but, so here is, you know that commercial users, industrial users. So banking, insurance, order entry, inventory management, reservations, billing, and point of sales systems, all these things. So industrial and commercial users, where they are using all these things, whatever we are developing any projects, UIDs, user interface, where all these things can happen. So nowadays we are seeing whatever users interfaces where we are doing. So banking systems, what happened? So earlier days they were using the manual systems. They used to go some of the errors, all these things, and it was bit slow the process. Nowadays we are seeing after computerization how it will be happening. Nowadays even we are not going to banks, also we are utilizing apps, ATMs, all these things. ATMs also sometimes now we are not using. Through bank to bank only we are doing. So all these things, industry and commercial users. So where they are using, where the targeted. So banking, insurance, order entry, inventory management, reservations, so billing and point of sale systems, all these things. So wherever it is possible, UIDs you have to give it. So next one is easy of learning is important to reduce the training cost. So this is nothing but easy of learning. Either you are developing, but when you are developing or when you are giving to the users, easy of learning, that one should be required. Otherwise, what will happen? It is difficult to utilization of the product. So nowadays we are saying even vegetable shops, even as uneducated people, they are using the phone pay, all these things. So digital transactions they are doing. So that means what? That is what the easiest way to learn it. They should be able to learn easily how to utilize, how to access all those things. So now whenever you are sending the amount, they will say, sir, yes, I have received it, either educated or uneducated. That means what? Easy of learning is important to reduce the training cost. So next one is speed and error rates are relative to cost. Speed and errors rates are relevant to the cost. So that means what? Relevant to the cost is nothing but what? They have done banking. Example, if you take banking sector only. So what they have done is they have done computerized. So manual means many people is required to calculate all those things, because what is that called, in interest calculations, so home calculations, whatever it may be, whatever we have taken the loans, so in out all these things. Now what happened when it is computerization happen, afterwards what happened, automatically calculations will be taken place. So updating the records, all these things time reduced. So automatically once it is happened this, that is reduced to the cost only. That is what the examples this one. Speed and error rates automatically minimized. Human errors automatically sometimes it will happen. So suppose if there are 10,000 instead of 10,000, if they write 1,000 rupees, so what will happen? You know that with respect to monies. So human errors will be happening. So that minimize it now. So all these things you have to consider this one. Next is once you next one is speed of performance is important because of the number of transactions. When you are doing huge, so now if you take example 20 years back or 10 years back, only few people were going to the bank. Only few people were going to the bank because they doesn't have any work that time. Nowadays, now what happened? So utilization is increased. So banking access is required for the humans. So now what happened? If in that case, speed of the performance is to be improved. So in that case, if it is manual, means bit difficult. That is the reason computerization they have done it. So automatically, once you do that one, automatically performance will be increased. Speed of performance is important because of the number of transactions. So number of the transactions, even if it is more, also speed automatically will be going. So subjective satisfaction is fairly important to limit operator, but not burnout. So subjective satisfaction is fairly important to limit operator. So in this case, subjective satisfaction is important. So for example, if you are attending this class, so subjective is important. So you need to understand why, what is this user motivations. So which way you have to do the user motivations. So nowadays digital, they were telling 10 years back only they told it, but they took long time to implement that one. So now, so government has taken, everybody has to go for the digital. So now what happened initially, they how many transactions we are doing, withdrawals, all these things, they were not charging. That means what? They will allow us to learn the digital platforms. Once it is happened that one, now they have done it other way of the digital. So that means what? Even transactions also you do it that way, other ways. That is what the usability is motivations. So how you are doing the motivations? Motivations you have to do it, then only the humans will be changing. So that is what the industrial and commercial users. Next is home and entertainment applications. So now home and entertainment applications, better than me, you know that home and entertainment applications. So with respect to, for example, food or recharges, all these things, home and entertainment applications only. So nowadays, recharge purpose, we used to go to shops and all, now we are not going only. So through mobile only we are charging all these things, recharge mobile or dish or electricity bill or tax, whatever it may be. All these things we are doing home applications. So this is what the usability is motivations. So home and entertainment applications, these were the brief, one examples. First, when you are reading this, you assume that surrounding us what it is applicable for that. Then it is easy to understand this one. So next one is word processing, electronic mail. So nowadays we are using the electronic mail, computer conferencing, whatever we are doing, and video game systems, educational packages, search engines, mobile devices, all these things. Now you can say entertainment is nothing but, even if you forget some names, what we'll do? We'll go to Google, we'll type it something, and then related information we'll get it, we'll be enjoying. All these things are called home and entertainment applications. So sitting at one place and we are doing all these things. So next one is, so all these things we are using only. So even still you can say many things. So that's what I told you. So recharging mobiles, all these things. So that is what word processing with respect to systems. They have told here examples: word processing, mails, computer conferencing, video conferencing, video game systems, educational packages, search engines, mobile devices, and so on. Next is second one is easy of learning. Easy of learning here. So easy, you can learn it easily. Sometimes we'll go to Google, even if suppose if you want to install some packages in your systems. So what we'll do? So some cases if you want to do by your own, we'll go to Google, we'll search that one, will go according to the step by step. So easy of learning, low error rates. So if you are using this one, automatically low error rates and subjective satisfaction are paramount due to use of after discertainty on competition. So here is what will happen once you learn by your own. So how to utilize it? So you will be having more satisfactions. So when suppose one software if you have installed by you, so you will get more satisfaction once you do some programs in that. So you will assume that I have learned something, so you can enjoy that one. That is what will be happening. So if you see the conference and all, initially days we were not utilizing. So when you are using the first time, we felt a bit happy. Oh, I can see somebody's face and I can talk it. So now we can see. So that is what the happiness. So easy of learning all these things. That is what the home and entertainment applications. So next is infrequent use of some applications means interfaces must be intuitive and easy to use. Online help important. That is what this one. Next one is choosing functionalities is difficult because the population has a wide range of both novice and expert users. So some cases, some bit tough is there, but still it will take time to get it all these things to us. It is coming to us. That is what this one. Next one is competition cost the needs of the low cost. So always because you are having the competition, when you are doing this one, always you should offer the low cost. Example is Nintendo Wi-Fi. So you can write some other examples also, Wi-Fi, all these things. So our net connections, all these things. Next one is another one under the usability motivations, in that is nothing but exploratory, creative, and cooperative systems. So these are also important. Cooperative also important. Suppose when you are doing something, so to when you suppose if you are using any tools, so that should be easy to drag and drop. So for example, C programming, if you take, what will happen? Linked list, we feel bit difficulties to write the programming, either ADA or data structures, we feel bit difficult to write the code. If it is Python, what happened? Just import the packages and write it. Even Java also, at least we have to write some code because packages are available, it is supporting everything. But Python, what happened? Still it is easy. For example, if you want to write the linked list, so we have seen just object name dot add 20 in between. So we have seen in between also the index and the particular number. So that is what the way of easiness. That is what the creativity cooperative systems. So now here is, it is easy for us to use the web browsing, search engines, what is toolkits, architectural designing, music competition, video editing, and scientific modeling systems, all these things. Nowadays, we are seeing the movies. See, they'll be taking one place and background setting, all these things they are doing. So that means what? It is easy to learn it. So they have to provide the tools, way of understanding and easy to understand. So that is what the concepts they have to do it. So people should be able to do it. Next is collaborative work. So collaborative work is nothing but this what cinema have told you the example. They'll be taking some one place and they'll be adjusting still some cases. So even suppose if you see marriage videos, in that case also what they're doing, so they'll be taking here, sometimes they'll be setting the backgrounds, all these things, collaborative. So next is benchmarks are hard to describe for exploratory tasks and device users. So here is benchmarks are hard to describe for exploratory tasks and device users. So next one is with these applications, the computer should be transparent so that the users can be observed in their task domain. So that what will happen is if you give it tools are easy to utilize it, that one user interfaces. If you give the link, so they'll be using this and they'll be getting the knowledge and they'll be getting expertise in that and they'll be able to implement it easily. That is what the usability motivations. Next one is examples. Have given examples here. Usability motivation. See here, for example, if you take Yahoo, so many things are there. You can be able to which one you want. You can utilize that one. So that is what the exploratory creativity and cooperative systems. So cooperative systems is nothing but once you type it Yahoo, so you will be getting sometimes news, mail, all these things, informations you will be getting. That is what the examples. So you need to show that one is nothing but the exploratory, creative, and cooperative systems. So that means what? So best examples is I can give Amazon nowadays. Best examples is nothing but Amazon. So there you are searching and even one window you are searching one side and another side many advertisement is coming. So you can be able to which one you want you can choose it and which one you want to buy it you can buy it. So that's what user friendly identity, all these things. So that means what user motivations is nothing but so they have motivated Amazon, all these things, online business, they have motivated us to purchase it. So initial days we were thinking that whether it will work out or not. So we used to go to shops and we used to see many dresses, we used to be able to select out of that one which is the best, all these things. Nowadays we are not doing that one. So many people they're purchasing through online or services and home applications, items, many cases, mobiles. So many things we have seen. So all these things, how they have done it, they've developed, they've motivated the people, they've given user friendly, and that is the reason they're able to sustain it. That is what the users motivations. This is 4 points what are all they've given is usability motivations is nothing but life critical systems. So they have to say what is the critical, maybe. So not only it will not come for all critical systems. So some cases when you are doing, if it is there you need to take care. That's what I told you the examples for gas, power, nuclear systems, all these things. So when you are doing projects, maybe less. So whatever it is there, you need to address for that what precautions to be taken care, all these things. So industrial and commercial systems. So in this industrial and commercial systems also you need to explain. So for the motivations for the users. And next one is home and entertainment applications. They have given it separately. Next is exploratory creativity and collaborative systems and social technical system. So social technical systems we have to see it now. So this is what the all these things. So all these things nowadays we are seeing in our day-to-day life systems or at home or whatever it may be. So all that is what the usability motivations. So next is this one, how to say, social and technical systems. Social and technical systems is nothing but complex systems that involve many people over long time periods. See, now we are enjoying with front end designing only. So social and technical systems. So complex systems, all these things. Some people they have developed that one. They took long time to, they should they have taken time, long time they have taken to put in front of us. That is what the complex systems that involve many people over long time periods. Next is some of the examples that they have given in social technical environments. So here is voting, health, support, so identity verification, crime reporting, all these things. So these also, first itself they have brought this one. Some of the, see, voting system, it is there from the beginning, so just for the identification to put the vote. So all these things, social technical systems, so they have told it. Nowadays, now what happened, so even they have brought the EVM machines, all these things. Next is health support, so they have given the health support. Health support is nothing but what, they have brought the medicines, missionaries, scanning mission. That's many missions we are saying now. Nowadays, they'll take the one scanning and they'll tell what is wrong in your health, or any organ is not working also, they can be able to find out. So identifications and crime reporting also, they can do it, that one. Even some, because of the some technical issues, they are able to find out. So crime, how they are finding is nothing but, we are seeing now. So if they do some murdering also, so based on the mobile signals or based on the mobile utilization, all these things, some of the ways they are able to find out that one. Next is trust, privacy, responsibility, and security are the issues. Next is second one. Next one is verifiable sources and status feedback are important. Next one is easy of learning for novices and feedback to build the trust. Next one is administrators need tools to detect unusual patterns of the usages. So this is what the social technical environment. This is what the usability motivations in this first chapter. Usability motivations. So this is what they have to do it when they're doing the business. Motivations is important. So only bringing the items in front of the humans, that is not only important, you have to do it the background. That means what, you have to give the link is nothing but what, you have to motivate the people, where it is available, how to utilize, all these things should be, educate the people, then only everything goes wrong, fine. So otherwise what will happen, wrong means they cannot succeed it. So that's what the interfaces, they have to do it properly. Interfaces is nothing but, not only one product is they are only developing and putting in front of the users, it will not work out. They have to give the advertisement, they have to tell it how to utilize, educate the people, all these things. That is what the user motivations, usability motivations for that particular product. If you take mobile, how to utilize, what is the advantages, all these things. So maybe now everybody knows that one, we are buying. So initial days, with respect to cost, with respect to SIM, all these things. So they have to educate the people. That is what that one. Next one is universal usabilities. So universal usabilities also have to see. So first will be when they are doing business, small they will be targeting, then expand. Next is universal usabilities. So you have to, when you are expanding, you have to take care of the universal usabilities. Maybe if you are finding target with one taluk first, next district, next is state, next is interstates. So that is what they use, universal usabilities. First one is here is variations in physical abilities and physical workplaces. Variations in physical abilities and physical workplaces. So here is the basic data about human dimensions comes from the research in anthropometry. So here is nothing but, how it will be coming is nothing but, when you are doing research is nothing but, so with respect to that product, you should be able to find out first whether it is availabilities, it is required or not, whether this usability is there or not. All these things you have to research. So you have to do the research, then only you can be able to succeed that one. Next is there is no average users, either compromises must be made or multiple versions of the systems must be created. So this one is multiples of the users should be created. You have to create the multiple users access for that particular items. So then only you can be able to succeed. Next is physical measurement of the human dimensions are not enough. So not only physical human errors, not only sufficient, you have to take care into the accountant of dynamic measures such as reach, strength, and speed. So these are also important. So nowadays nobody is having patience to wait some time and get it done. So whenever you are going to shops, there you will be hurry and I want this, you give it, I want to go, that's it. So now sometimes now village sites and all we used to see previous days and all, they used to be per village the buses and all transportation they used to provide only 3 trips, 4 trips. Once if they miss, they have to wait 3 hours, 4 hours. Nowadays is nobody is waiting. So either they'll go by they'll book the car or auto or something else or two-wheeler, whatever it will, they will be finding the alternatives. So that is the trends changed. So all these things, measurements also, they have to take care when you are doing the business. Not only you have to try it out all possible ways to reach to them and taking the feedback and do the research whether it is required or not, how it is working, all these things, feedback, all these things we need to take care and you have to go ahead with the usabilities universally also. Next is universal usabilities is still you have many things you can see the examples. So a screen, brightness, performance, various sustainabilities, designers. So customerly provides a no to enable the user's control. See, this also they have taken care. Suppose if it is not visibility properly, what will happen? So users may not be liking that, so they may not be opting that. That means what? You have to give clarity, everything. So another one example is nothing but account for variances of the users population since the perceptions. So you have to see the accounts for the variances also. So based on sometimes discounts, all these things. This one also we have discussed already. Next is you have the vision to do that one. You should have first vision. So I want to be what? So now we have written department vision and mission. So department vision is nothing but what? Every student who are studied at BMSIT, they should be they should get job in IT industries. That is what the main motto for that. So that is what they have done it. We should have the vision. Then only we can be able to work for that. So we to implement that mission. So how to reach the vision is nothing but, so mission is nothing but, so faculties, infrastructures, all these things to get succeed for that one. So that is what the vision. So depth, constant color blindness and motion sensitivity. So next one is touch, that is nothing but the keyboard and touch screen sensitivity, all these things. Yeah, this one with respect to computer related, you know that. So hearing, audio, clients must be distinct. So workplaces design can both help and hinder work performance. These were the universal usabilities. Universal usabilities. Next one is the standards of ANSI IFHES 100 to 2007 Human Factors Engineering of Computer Workstations. So according to these standards, so they have given some of the points in this. We need to discuss this one. So work surface and display support height. Next one is clearness under work surface for legs. A work surface width and depth. Next one is adjustabilities of the height and angles of chairs and work surfaces. Poster seating depth and angle, backrest height and lumbar support. So another one is called, the last one is availability of armrest, footrest, and palm rest. So these are all things you have to maintain according to the standards of the universal usabilities. This is what the way of motivate the people to utilize. That is what the role for the UIDs, user interfaces. Interface is nothing but the connecting between the more than one. So see, once it is developing that, so how the relations between the one to another. So front end, back end, database. So you have the web browsers and other ends users are there. Up in the web browsers also many things, many browsers they are opening and they are doing parallelly. They are doing all these things can be done. That is what the UID is, to open multiple windows. So multiple users, all these things they have to consider and they have to open. That is what the today's class. I'll share today's one question. So please share that answer and do it. So I'll ask one question and that main headings. For example, goals requirement analysis means that requirements. User mobility means this one. So anyone, I'll ask you to you have to write it and through send the Google Meet, this one. I'll send one link. You enter it there just to type it, one answer, just 4 to 5 points. And whatever today's class we have done it, that one only. So one question only through mail ID, I'll send it. So how to send it that? Sahadev,
Yes, sir.
what is the group ID?
I don't know, sir. Ajay will know.
Who is maintaining that?
Ajay.
Ajay.
Sir,
What is the group mail ID?
group mail ID, I do not know, sir.
Then-
Varsha was only activated in the beginning.
That is nobody is using.
I don't know, sir.
So now how to send it through your register numbers only?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'll send it one question today. You send it back.
Okay, sir.
Today's class, whatever I have done it, then only I'll send it. Okay. Any doubts today's class? Any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay.
No doubt, sir.
Shall I take attendance? 18. Register number 1, 2,
Yes, sir.
3,
Yes, sir.
4,
Yes, sir.
5, 6,
Yes, sir.
7,
Yes, sir.
8, 9,
Yes, sir.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14,
Yes, sir. 13, yes, sir.
14, 15, 16,
Present, sir.
17,
Present, sir.
18,
Present, sir.
19,
Yes, sir.
20,
Present, sir.
22,
Yes, sir.
23, 24,
Present, sir.
25, 26,
Yes, sir.
27,
Yes, sir.
28, 29,
Present, sir.
29. Okay, 30,
Yes, sir.
31,
Present, sir.
33,
Yes, sir.
34, 50, 51, 52,
Present, sir. 51 present. Present, sir.
53, 54,
Present, sir.
55, 56,
Yes, sir.
57,
Present, sir.
58, Sarfraz. 59.
Present,
Present, sir.
sir.
Present, sir. 58, sir, Faraj.
Who is present?
Sir, 58, sir, Faraj.
What were you doing?
Sir, that time I think
Fif-
internet issue is there, sir. Therefore, I didn't heard that.
Right, sir. 60.
Sir, 59 also present,
Yeah,
sir.
59 present, sir. I have given 60, 61, 62,
Present, sir.
63,
Present, sir.
64,
Present, sir.
65,
Present,
66, 67, 68, 69,
Present, sir.
70,
Present, sir.
71,
Present, sir.
72,
Present,
73, 74, 76,
present, sir.
76,
Yes, sir.
77, Vishal.
Present, sir.
Okay. So absentees registered numbers 5, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15,
Yes,
25,
sir.
34.
UID5 present, sir.
Huh?
USC number five present, sir. Network issue, and by after that you had moved on. So I answered
Right.
now.
Right. 15, 25, 34, 50, 51, 53, 55, 60, 61, 66, 73. Right.
51 present.
Huh?
51 present, sir.
51%. Right. Okay. Shall I close now? Right. I'll stop now.